Tell your friends we're never a bore. You haven't heard it like this before. Yes, it's time to explore the things we care for. And though your jaw may hit the floor, we're still the weirdos you adore. We're the weirdos next door.
Hello, this is Nobi, he, him.
And this is Nicole, they, she.
And together we are
The Weirdos Next Door.
We're getting so good at this.
Something
Anyway,
like that.
this episode we're giving an update on our Chicky-Birbs, the Chicky-Birbs. And
Chicky-Birbs.
last where we left you, I was knee deep in trying to figure out how to build this coop and run to enclose them. You were figuring out how to feed them and care for them and do all
I kind of figured that out. The next part is waiting for you to figure out the feed and water system. But I mean, my part's just the day-to-day caring. Yours is you're the infrastructure guy.
I'm trying. I'm still waiting for that bill to get passed.
That's another episode.
Totally. That's gonna be on our shirts. That's another episode. But anyway, so the update is we have a coop finished. If you've been following us on Instagram, the Weirdos Online Podcast, you would have followed along with the
Weirdos Next Door podcast.
The Weirdos Next Door. So if you're following along,
One day we'll know our social media.
So if you're following along with our Instagram, the Weirdos Next Door podcast, you would have seen the build of the coop in stages. We actually did figure it out. It took a lot of time, a lot of me visualizing, which means me sitting, in the driveway, smoking weed
With a sketchbook.
With a sketchbook
and a straight edge.
And the music playing. And the straight edge that I made out of a popsicle stick. Because I could not find a goddamn fucking ruler. And somehow, for some reason, I refused to ask you. Because I felt like you would just give me that side-eye shit.
No, it's more, I feel like you get annoyed when I just you barely ask. You're like, do you know where and I just go grab something and it takes 2 seconds. I feel like you get so annoyed with me half the time.
I'm like, what the fuck?
She's like, what the?
Where was this? It's not where I usually leave it.
I'm like, it was on your desk from when you did this last project.
Actually, we do better when we have set places for things.
We're getting there.
So we're trying to get there, and it's a struggle.
It's a process.
Anyway, so we, after some stops and starts and multiple visits to Lowe's, and with the good timing of your brother visiting with his pickup truck.
Yep.
We were able to borrow that and bring
we
home.
We have a completed coop.
We have a completed coop. Not 100% because I don't have the roof done. But we were able to pick up the roofing material and all the extra wood I needed. I wasn't able to use, but by that time, the prices had come down, the lumber. So we bought wood before the prices jumped up, and after when the prices had dropped to semi-normal.
Yep.
So anyway, built the coop. I built it specifically. I don't know why, but just sort of the notion of with our notion of wanting to homestead, we wanted to eventually move to a larger spread, a larger property, where we could have barn cats and first a barn, so we could have barn cats, and maybe a rooster, and have some live chickens,
maybe
or more, but. I could see definitely another dog or two.
Yeah.
Maybe some herding dogs, because if we want to get into
goats
would be miniature goats. Get a little teeny mini toy lamb chops.
Imagine all the goat cheese.
fuck yeah!
There'd be so much
Oh,
goat
you
cheese.
love goat cheese.
I fucking love goat cheese.
And how come you haven't tried to grow any peanuts then? Because you love peanut butter. You love peanut butter maybe even more than goat cheese.
Peanuts require a lot of water, if I remember correctly.
All right.
Anyway, Chicky-Birbs. So we've almost finished the coop.
Right. So I was designing it. I designed it with the notion of being able to break it down really easily. So I actually designed each wall separately, and then designed it so like they would like come together
Overlapping.
with overlapping layers. So almost like each corner was a zigzag of different layers of material.
Mm-hmm.
Like, support studs and for the edges and the plywood, things like that.
Yep.
So that was
So it's all sealed and whatnot.
so then when we put it all together on top of the platform that we built separately,
Lined with linoleum tiles.
Yes, we showed pictures of that that we found for 17 cents a each.
Yeah, that was a clearance score.
Yeah, so we did that. We did the whole bottom of it we described in our previous episode when we talked about Chicky-Birbs and the coop build. But the first layer, the first foot off the floor is our deep litter area, and the next foot up is our nesting area, and then above that, the next 2 feet are our roosting areas, and then above that we have like half a foot to a foot of just straight cross through ventilation of mesh on all 4 sides. Now when I say mesh, that refers to hardware cloth, but it's just easier to say mesh.
Yeah.
So when we say mesh, it's 1/2 inch hardware cloth. So we were able to put that together really super easily, and I didn't want to put the roof on yet, so I just I cut a piece of the roofing tile. Not roofing tile, the metal corrugated 8-foot sheets, 3 foot by 8 foot, a little bit wider than 3 foot. Cut a 5-foot section and put it on top of the thing that the roof that was slightly pitched at a 12 to 2, and it was. So I wanted like 6 inches of overhang on each side, because I built the little cross beams of the front and the rear to be like an extra 6 inches, so I could have a little overhang. Unfortunately, that means I have 4 feet, and the panels are 3 feet wide, so I might have to do like overlapping or something.
Yeah.
But maybe the extra weight would be better for like sound dampening or winds or insulation. I don't know, but it seems like it would be a waste, but it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then next was the run, which we really I really felt pressured to do, and that was mainly because every time we like opened the coop, those girls were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they were looking outside, going, "Why aren't we out there?" So I was feeling a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So we finally did get that going, and built the platform, and then got the wood thanks to your brother's truck.
Got everything painted.
Yeah, the whole trick of pre-painting the wood and then building was very gratifying with the coop build. So we applied the same sort of notion with the run. The run is essentially like an enclosed area that the birds can't get into, and any predators can't get into from above, around, or below. We don't seem to have a problem with burrowers because we have very hard clay soil, so we're not extending our hardware cloth or mesh no more than like maybe 2 or 3 inches below ground. So we'll see how that works.
And we'll top it with dirt and then gravel on top. So
right, and they should usually be in the coop when the predators are out anyway. And the coop is essentially impregnable.
Yep.
Because I designed that tight.
Yep. Has all kinds of locking mechanisms, and we have our little automatic door thing that you also installed the other day.
I was surprised how easily, but I'm embarrassed at how sloppy the cut for their doorway was made. I did use a jigsaw, and it was a little messy.
Mm.
So I'm gonna have to go clean that up. But it works.
Yeah.
Now we just to figure out how we're gonna handle the whatchamacallit,
The ramp.
the ramp and getting them into their own like coop by themselves. I'm afraid they're gonna like start falling asleep underneath the coop where they like to hang out, because we haven't put the roof on yet, but we did manage to put, pretty much 6 feet all the way around of mesh.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got the hang of it, and on the second upper level was pretty quick. First level, once we got that done, I banged out that door in a day,
Yeah.
which is pretty nice. And so then we're able to let the birds run around for the first time. But it was a little scary because it was low enough, that first level, that they could like jump out, and some did actually jump out, and we had to catch them.
We're trying to make a break for it.
Yeah.
Freedom.
So we like kind of rushed around and tacked up, and we still got to finish tacking that together.
Yeah, I think we just have the bottom to do now.
Yeah, but we that second layer just went up quick, because we didn't want like them running out, and we did watch them, and they didn't seem like they had any inclination to jump out any further than that.
No.
So hopefully, while I try to figure out the roofing situation, I haven't got the roof on yet. I'm trying to figure out if I can like do it all covered, but I might not have enough for like the back behind the coop because I cut off a piece. We'll have to figure that all out. I might be able to pull it off. I might not. If not, we'll
figure it out.
We'd have to buy some mesh and put some mesh there and have an open area.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad. And we did install two cams. Our two one pan cams in the coop still, so we can keep an eye on the birds there. And we put one outside. I think I posted some pictures of that already. I made like a little cover for it, a little weatherproof cover out of a
Butter container.
a margarine container, a margarine tub. Luckily, we had one that was almost empty, so I just kind of like cleaned it out and put it in the fresh tub. So that had to be kind of jerry rigged up there, and so it's up there.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out how to do it better. So I want to like actually run some power there. So we're looking at like perhaps some kind of solar powered outlet of some sort to run a couple cameras, and possibly some like automatic feeding or watering or something or other.
Yeah. And then also accessorizing their run now. We'll eventually add in, some toys and some different areas for them to climb around on. Because right now they're just running around on the dirt. Like they're not like they're obviously significantly happier to have the space, but there's no games or toys or things to play with yet. So we need to get them some enrichment once we finish getting everything put together. So that'll be.
I think next on the docket before even the roof is assembling is like repositioning the ramp to the door, to their doors, so that they can see the opening as they're climbing up the ramp. I try to make it tricky and have it like go wrap around the back to like maximize a space for us to walk around. But now I just realized it just made them more difficult to understand where they need to go.
Yeah.
So I'll have to change that. I'll do that really quickly. And then I think then I really need to jump on building that nesting box, because Michael, now Chicky-Birb update, the birds are looking beautiful. Mm-hmm. And honestly,
they are gorgeous. Their colors and markings have changed so much.
And I feel bad that we kind of missed that stage of them like sprouting up into like very near end pullets. It's chicks, pullets, and then laying hens, right? So we kind of missed that whole period because they were like Rapunzel stuck up on the tower of the coop.
Well, keep in mind that the younger ones are also still a month behind Michael.
Oh, that's true.
So they're still in that baby phase. That's why I noted like Michael is going through her second molt.
Ah, okay. So Michael will be laying soon. Mm-hmm. So I'm pressured to like build this nesting box, which I've decided now, because I put the door too close to the coop, the door to the to the run for us. it would like it impedes ingress. It impedes us being able to get in easily. So I've deleted the nesting box. The nesting box on the left side was just going to be like a cap for the food tubes.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just going to have the food tubes bare, so it takes up less space, and they can be like a nice accent color. And so the nesting box is now, which was always going to be 2 boxes. The nesting box will only, for 2 spaces, will be like 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
And then I realized we always want to have like little snacks and treats for them. So I'm gonna extend the nesting box all the way down, not all the way down to like the ground, but just to the bottom of the coop, just above the under area of the coop where they can walk around and but claw whatever chickens do.
Scratch.
Peck and scratch. I'm sorry. So we'll have I'm gonna try to build a little cabinet there, so we can keep our mealworms and
eggshells
and other things.
Our coop shoes.
Yeah, I think I can figure out a way for coop shoes to fit in there. But that is pretty much what's going on with the Chicky-Birb update. We'll post more pictures, and also you can look back on some of the ones we posted already on our Instagram, which is at the Weirdos Next Door podcast. And come check us out on our Facebook, which is the
Weirdos Next Door. And also the Weirdos Next Door on Facebook, or the Weirdos on Facebook is the group. And then we have our page, that's the Weirdos Next Door.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. This is a quick update, and we'll come back at you with a few more.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. So thank you so much. And with that, we sign out with the
Smash your social mores with the Weirdos Next Door.
Still not tired of it.
Bye.